Alright, so Charles do Bronx Oliveira claims that he will knock Ilia Topuria out if these two do lock horns in the octagon. Here is his statement posted by MMA Junkie. Whoever I get told to fight, I'm going to fight. I have nothing but respect for Ilia Topuria, but this is lightweight. It's the most difficult division you have ever seen, which is actually facts. Talent rich division full of killers. I believe that I can knock Ilia Topuria out. Ooh, those are fighting words. Hey, all I gotta say is if you believe you would knock Ilya out, then prove it. And you know what? This completely contradicts Chael Sonnen's statement. What he tricked us all into believing Charles said, because Charles, in Chael's words, said, "I will only fight Ilia Topuria if he wins the belt, and this guy's all talk. If he wants to fight me, he needs to come up and get the belt, put the belt on the line, and I'll take him on." Chael did a really good job making it sound like Charles was talking, because this does seem like how Charles would word things together. I'm pretty sure I've heard Charles talk like this before, but Chael is full of crap. Charles never said this, because if he said this, this is not the words of "I respect someone" if you're saying this guy is all talk. Because then look at him here. Whoever I get told to fight, I'm going to fight. I have nothing but respect for Ilia Topuria. And also, I'll only fight him if it's for the belt, for the lightweight belt. But then again, the same guy also says that whoever I get told to fight, I'm going to fight. Yeah, Chael, that doesn't add up. You're a pathological liar. You lie for the fun of it. You love to trick the masses, but you ain't fooling me, big bro. Um, but would Oliveira knock out Ilia Topuria? There's only one way to find out. Sign the damn contract, Charles. If they offer you this fight, if Islam really wants Ilia Topuria to fight a contender before fighting him, there's only one way you can prove this theory, or we can test this theory, is make Oliveira versus Ilia Topuria June 28th, International Fight Week. Amazing fight. Maybe a co-main event to not Tom versus Jones, because Jones is being a pussy and wants to wait 6 months to fight him. So maybe co-main to Dricus versus Kamzat, which is also rumored. I gotta make a video on that. Yeah, fuck John Jones. Anyway, sorry, they let that out. I'm annoyed with John Jones. I had to catch a stray there. He probably wouldn't like me if he saw this video, but oh well. Gotta speak my mind. Sorry, John. Um, but Ilia Topuria versus Charles Oliveira. Wow. I mean, that's an amazing fight. You got Charles Oliveira, all offense, defense not the greatest. He's working on it, but it's not that good. He does get hit. He does take damage in fights. He's got a history of getting rocked by every good striker or powerful fighter he's faced, getting dropped. Now, he's known for taking punishment, getting up, and keep pushing forward until he gets what he wants, until he can get, on your back, get you in that body triangle, and get you in the rear naked choke, or drop you, rear naked choke you, or get you in any kind of submission possible, right? Or until he rallies and finds his own KO shot. But we saw what happened the last time he got dropped in a fight. He didn't come back. It was against Makhachev. He got put down, and he got kept down, and he got arm triangled. And then he never got dropped. Well, actually, that's not true. Chandler didn't drop him in the second fight. He just rocked him, backed him up. Oliveira tried to take him down, but ended up on his back. Took some ground and pound shots, but even then, another fight where he got rocked. And Ilia Topuria will be one of the best boxers that Oliveira will have ever faced. He's one of the best fighters in the pocket who Oliveira will have ever faced, I believe. Ilia Topuria is very good at fighting taller opponents, closing the distance, and when he gets on the inside and he starts laying the hammers on his opponents, they usually go to sleep. And if Charles Oliveira starts getting cracked, if he starts getting backed up and touched by Ilia, I don't know if this is going to be one of those fights where Oliveira endures getting dropped and then comes back and wins. If Ilia puts him down, Ilia might put him away. Like once Topuria hurts you, unless you're Josh Emmett, which is kind of a rare case, you're usually getting finished. I mean, this guy cracked Max Holloway's chin, the guy who was deemed as unknockoutable, and he did that. So I have no doubts that he could put away Charles Oliveira. Advantages that Topuria has is definitely with his hands, definitely with his inside fighting, definitely with his speed and his power. I think this fight would ultimately come down to, can Charles Oliveira employ that same strategy that he used on Chandler in the second fight, which is wrestle the short, stocky, powerful man. Now, I think Topuria might have better takedown defense than what Chandler showed on that night. He might be more prepared for Charles to wrestle, therefore, it might not be that simple. But I mean, if Charles can, as the bigger man, work his grappling on Ilia, it's possible he could win, but it's just not a given. Ilia might be able to defend takedowns if he needs to. Now, that's not to say Oliveira will not challenge him on the feet. Oliveira has good kicks, good push kicks. His calf kicks are good, very well-timed low kicks, good at sweeping you off balance with those low kicks. His high kicks are good. We've seen Ilia get caught by high kicks. His knees up the center are good. He's got a good uppercut, and he could use it on the shorter fighter like Ilia, especially if Ilia dips his head. His straight right cross is dangerous. His left hook is dangerous. Oliveira has a good jab one too. Overall, like I said, Oliveira has very solid defense or offense, and he puts together his combinations very well. But Topuria is very composed on the feet, very defensively sound, very good at slipping on the inside of long punches, good at keeping a tight guard. So I just don't know if Ilia knocks him out. Or sorry, I know Ilia would likely knock him out. I meant to say I don't know if Charles knocks him out. This is not Michael Chandler. This is not Justin Gaethje, who you knocked out and choked out in the same fight. This is Ilia freaking Topuria, who's also known to be quite durable. Durable, but good defense. And fights to a very disciplined game plan. And to beat a guy like Charles Oliveira, you gotta fight with composure, you gotta fight with discipline, and you gotta fight with fight IQ. That's how Arman Tsarukyan fought him and won. That's how Islam fought him and won. Chandler, you can't rely on him to fight smart. He only depends on his physical attributes. That will only take you so far. Gaethje is a sucker for panicking under pressure, and Dustin Poirier just can't win undisputed title fights. He's very unlucky, but with Ilia, these two fight, man, I think Topuria might put him away, and it might be a knockout win. It might be another case of Ilia puts away another fan favorite fighter, from Volkanovski to Max Holloway to then Charles do Bronx Oliveira. But I hope this fight happens. If not the Islam fight, I'll settle for this. I'll definitely root for Oliveira, but I don't know if he'll win, and I don't know if he'll get the knockout. I mean, maybe a sub. A sub might actually be probable. If he can get Ilia in a compromising position on the ground, he might be able to submit him. That is very possible, but Ilia is very solid on the ground too. But like I said, there's only one way to find out. Book this fight, and Charles Oliveira, if you get offered, sign the contract proving that Chael Sonnen was lying through his teeth.